Going to be a swift 2-0. Easy peasy, done and dusted, sorted. Let's not worry about any of that. Or do you think the Imperial are going to make things interesting? Bring it back to map number 3. Oh, look at Victor. He can line up headshots. Okay, so we got... Oh, I'm going to butcher this name. Osmin Andre. You. Depends how the teams practice it. That... I could have said, come on, that. I want your opinion. I want to know who you believe in, where your heart lies. I want to know if you think they practiced or not. Come on. We got Vowed saying easy 2-0. Confident. Confident in North. Kevin eats sleep 1. Okay, there we go. Okay, so everybody's in North's camp at the moment. I know it matters if they practice, but anyone can say that. That's an easy way to say anything. I can do that with every game. Whoever practiced the best will be the winner. Cloud 9. You think Imperial will take this 2-1? Oh, okay. We've got some conflict now. Got UD, UDX, KC03. We got a couple of people saying it's going to be Imperial. I like it. I like to have a little bit of conflict and difference of views. I don't agree with Cerberus, unfortunately. I don't think Cloud9 are going to win. Yeah, they did just lose their own map, 16-4. But if anything, I think if you lose a map so heavily, it's quite easy to actually reset. The thing is, I just think that the veto process was really weird, so I actually think they have more of a chance on this map than they do on Train, so it's possible. They have a very sort of pug style of play. They've got players who can just explode onto the map, and by the end of that, Spy Leader looks like he was starting to wake up a little bit. Who knows? Mayo graphics. Nice. Mayonnaise? I like mayonnaise. Okay, cool. Just onto the site. Retake strategy in at the moment from Imperial. They've just abandoned A. Made sure they have more presence over to middle and B, and then they'll just go to try and take this back. Starting to see this plant spot a little bit more, actually. A little bit further back. But actually, they're just going to go straight for the defuse. They're not mucking about, and they can't stop it at the moment. There's nothing that can be done. Easy defuse for Imperial. One smoke and a kit. That's all you need in this sort of situation to make sure that you can get yourself that round win. Not the best start for North Academy. As said, we're seeing that plant spot a little bit more, but they didn't defend it particularly well. And losing that player over towards quad so quickly actually was quite damaging to them. Either way, they do get the bomb down. The T side are just going to be saving into this one. A smoke and a flashbang and some P250s. Pretty much everybody investing the same amount of money. They're going to try and get themselves a second plant over towards this B site. Counter flash out blinds pretty much everyone. Already, Dream are going to be able to get one, but if they can trade this kill out, they should actually have a plant on the site itself, and Mertz will be able to do just that. However, already a rotation in from Victor. Should be able to deny, and they don't have a smoke anymore. Actually going to go falling back. However, here we go. MP9 magic. Spray and pray. Mertz again. How is he getting these kills? 3 players dropped in a round where there's only P250s. Is he just going to run to A? This is going to be a second bomb plant as well. Worrying stuff at the moment for this CT side. It's going to take them a while to get there. They do both have kits. I don't think Mertz will be able to hold on to this round, but still. Extra 4 grand split across 5 players. They are both going to come up highway. Now, if Mertz somehow manages to do this, it will absolutely blow my mind. This would have to be something ludicrous. But actually, both players going to go walking past. He hits the dink already, doing damage to the first. Almost even takes down the second. That would have been very, very scary. And you can see, Imperial are going to call out a pause. I was hoping that was more of attack, because that was an atrocious round. Almost throwing things away very early on in this game. Bubble having internet troubles. Oh no. Oh dearie me. Mertz. Doesn't matter what weapon you put in his hand. Oh. Oh. Glace with the burn. B-side, though, going to have a lot of money. Mertz could even get an AWP because of the amount of damage he did in the previous round. This is just not a good start. They won the first couple of rounds, which is nice for them, but it's going to be such a good buy. Full utility, everything that is desired for North Academy. Looks like they are ready to go. No AWP for North in this situation. They could have had it. Let's fake tac pause. The mind games. I always say, if you ever see somebody type TeamSpeak problem, it's because they've either got to go to the toilet or they've been delivered a pizza. Boost's going to come in to try and reduce any potential push through mid. Quite a lot of mid control actually coming in at the moment from the CT side. They've got a player up in vent. One over towards sandbags and white box, all being covered. Does leave their defense a little bit more limited over towards A, and that's why we'll see the rotation out from Spy Leader. Just trying to take that sort of early aggression. Already Victor actually going to find the first. Mertz is gone. No magic from him in this round. Who needs Magic Mike when you've got Magic Mertz? Glace. Trying to find a trade. But as said, there's a lot of presence over in this mid spot at the moment. Looking to try and find a trade for themselves, and there it is. Headshot. Victor down in a matter of seconds. Looks for the second as well. Big round already from Glace. Clear out. Back box over towards Checkers. Don't know about the player in vent. Could be interesting for them. Acor going to try and make some noise in this situation, but actually, in the meantime, Schmeder going to go pushing in. Needs to find this kill. He can get one, but it's not going to be enough, and now the rotation's going to be difficult. Bubble trying to find the player on boost, but can't quite do it at the moment. Bomb, in the meantime, going to be going over towards that A site. Will be planted. Nice shot from Dreamer to actually take down Glace on the boost. Brings it back to a 2 versus 2. They've got a kit. They have an incendiary as well to clear out that quad spot, but actually going to use it to move out Acor, but he still hits the shot, leaving Dreamer alone. 49 HP. A lot for him to do, and Acor just instant headshot as he rounds the corner. 2-1. North Academy in a great position now as well. You have to remember how much damage Mertz did in the previous round with just his P250. Going to be the force in from the CT side. They don't want to allow for these Ts to get a string of rounds going. They bought up the CZs. Now, for me personally, I just think 5.7 is better. More bullets. One shot, instant spam ability. What more do you want in a weapon? Mainly because I also can't use the CZ because I've got potato aim. But let's not talk about that. Actually going to get himself that first kill, and there really isn't that much opportunity for a trade. The boost spot not working out. 2 rounds now for Mertz. They're going to give away that man advantage. Nade. Oh. Someone who doesn't have potato aim. Takes Victor's head clean off. That's one of the rifles down. In fact, the only M4 they actually have. But Bubble's aggression actually going to pay off. He's going to be able to find himself an AK. Again, still looking like these are going to be some very close rounds. Glace needs to check quad and doesn't. Leaves that position wide open. However, a kill will come in onto the B side. And again, it's looking like they've over-rotated in this situation. One player has brought them over to the site. Now, they have managed to pick up some rifles. And actually, they're going to catch the bomb. Bubble with a great play over towards middle. Leaves it all onto Acor. Now, he had a decent previous round. But this is a big ask for him. 1 versus 2. This could be the trade back in rounds. He's only got 15 seconds to play with, so he has to go running. Trying to find these players. They're in a little bit of a crossfire. And actually, he's just going to try and run away with the bomb. I don't think he has enough time. That doesn't matter. The CT side can just fade away. He's going to try and take someone with him, but instead Bubble will finish him off. T side not able to convert the next round, and it's going to go back in the favor of Imperial once again. They lose one. They win one, even with all the pistols that they had. That'll be 3-1. The buy from this T side is going to be an intriguing one. Gade without armor. 2 Ts with AKs and armor. And then 2 pistols without armor. Curious. Already, Gade is going to get dunked. And now Lome sprayed through the smoke. This is just horrible for this T side. The force is not working at all as Dreamer just decimates them with the help of Bubble. Shut down round, clean up crew. And Imperial will get their 4th, and now they should have a clean one going into the next. T-side not off to the best of starts. Their economy has been struggling all the way through this match. It's early days. We can already see Imperial. They've matched how they did in the previous. Now, a lot of noise has been made over towards this squeaky position. It's going to be known that they're coming in this direction. This is an attempt for a bomb plant. Instead, it's a spray down. Not quite the ace as Victor will steal it away. There will be 5-1. Thank you, Tobach. T-side coming in with the pause. Tactical early on. I like it. A lot of teams take a very long time. I think we saw... to be fair, they rectified it, but I'm still going to throw them in anyway. Team 1-2-3, in the first few games that they played, they were calling pauses when it was like 14 to whatever. 14 to 8. And you think that's too late. You need to be doing it early. They did rectify it in their later matches. Obviously, because I said it, you know. Like, because I'm so intelligent, brilliant, beautiful, all of those things. Not a bored 22-year-old sitting alone in his room. Crying. At least not yet. CT side definitely with the better buys still. A couple of FAMASs will make things a little bit more interesting in terms of the headshot potential. And in terms of utility, the T's are a little bit limited. Setting up for this A execute, though. A lot of players close. Hot flash. Actually, a smoke. I'm going to go out just to leave Schmeder. Unable to spot anything, but he's in the corner just waiting for the players around the corner. He's going to find one, but Mertz and Lome able to trade things back. Gade, left out in the open, will be spotted. Bomb is going to be planted for A main as well. An open position. CT side disadvantage, looking to try and get back in. And Gade with a lovely shot. He was already low. It's going to be cleaned up. Bubble, the only one left alive. He can look to at least try and make things costly. CT side, no problems with money. Bubble can't really look to achieve anything. Pushing back around, trying to find a kill. At least maybe take somebody with him. And he will. Only 12 HP though, and he'll be traded quickly. Yeah, KKKCP. The reason there's a lot of pauses in my casting is because I'm doing it alone. So if I spoke continuously, after about an hour or two, I wouldn't be able to speak anymore. So, yeah. Also, just a word of advice. If you don't enjoy it, you can always just mute. I have no problem with it. Not everybody's going to love everybody. It's absolutely fine. Push from the CT side. Only going to be able to find one as Acor still takes one with him, so there's not really too much benefit of that from the CTs. They take some aggression, they push the T's back a little bit, but in the meantime, we're going to see a push out. Schmeder just spotting them as they walk away. Bubble able to find another one, and it's looking like another one and done for this T side at the moment as they are isolated. Schmeder doing great work over on that corner spot will take down 3. and shuts things down. 6-2, Imperial in the lead. Oh no, I don't, like, I'm not taking it personally. I'm genuinely just explaining the reasons why there's silence in between the cars. It's fine. I know that you guys appreciate me, and I love you. All of the kind words you guys said over the last few days, I very much appreciate them, and you've made this a lot easier for me. You've made it a lot easier for just doing this solo cast, because it's not something I do too often. I normally have sort of Hugo or Harry here with me. I had Scrawny a couple of times, but this one, doing it on my own, so... Either way. Back to pistols once again. For North Academy. Looking a lot weaker on this map, it has to be said. This is their choice. Now, I wonder if Train would have been their choice if it was still in that mix. If it was the last... If they hadn't had it picked by their opponents. That's what I'm trying to say. Words are difficult. Thank you. See, is that C Moosey? C Moosey? Or Shay Moosey? I can't read. Dream up. Let's just look to clean things up. Mertz, no Deagle magic from him this time. I would bang you, Tom. Lovely. I appreciate that. Sort of. A bit scared. Please don't find me. Who's still a believer in the 2-0? Who's still a believer? That's the question. 7-2. Nade out. I'm not going to do as much damage as expected. The HE's a little bit random. Biley, they're actually going to go aggressive. They're not playing a static control of Cash either. They're trying to take the fight, but Mertz this time, he's finally managed to win that duel over in middle. He's lost his life almost every single time. Bubble, however, will take the re-aggression. Evened up the scoreline once again. It's important as well that they don't just keep losing players early on. I do like the fact that they are like throwing in little bits of aggression because it catches this CT side, this T side even off guard. Thank you very much, Paluca. Oh, you're playing FIFA and that's what I do. Imperial just shutting things down though. Spray control coming out. Crossfire's working wonderfully. Glace now fighting for his survival. And the problem is they're winning individual rounds in between all of the rounds that they're losing. So they reset their own economy. North unable to string anything together. It's only been 2 individual rounds. Now they get the bomb down. With 2-400 in the bank, that could secure them a bye. It's going to be pretty close. But can Glace clutch it? Can he make those big plays? No, he can't. Pretty much ended that one very quickly for me, didn't he? Your favorite caster? I don't even know who that is, Kingsman. Genuinely. Not even being rude if that is someone I should know. You're watching an Indian drama. Sounds spicy. Ba-dum. I'm out. See you later. Bad jokes continuing on. They never end. They never end. Oh, right. Fuck. Yeah. I was trying to get into FUT Champions earlier, and my controller's slightly more damaged than it was before. No reason, of course. That nade. Not actually going to do as much again. It does about 40 damage, which isn't a bad start. Dreamer on the site. This crossfire is just working wonderfully. They're playing so well at the moment, just picking players apart. Leaving just Lome left alive. 4 players, 5 players even left. Okay. Able to get one, but that's about it. Loss bonus has built up behind them now, but still not really in a great position overall. That buy in the last round at least looked a little bit frustrated. And it's not even like it's one player that's sort of having a bad game and that's what's dragging them down. It's just a poor performance. Side falling back into a much more passive sort of default round. Trying to go for this boost. Middle. Or maybe this player. There we go. Mertz. Hasn't had much luck. He was incredible in the first map, and I wonder if Cash may not be their cup of tea. Need to try and find something into this one. At the moment, they're looking completely flat on their face. And so are their bodies at the moment, as they drop so frequently. Lame trying to smoke out, but it's just looking awful at the moment. This is a complete turnaround. Imperial looking incredibly strong on Cash. And as I said, if this gets to Mirage, who knows? Statistically, the worst map, I'm pretty sure, for North. Let's have a look. They are 3-10 on Mirage. 3-10. T-side finally have a fall by. It's been a long time coming. Can they do anything with it? Dreamer flashed in. Flashes himself as well, but they're going to go aggressive on two fronts. Take the pick over towards Glace. Nade out into middle. Does 30 damage onto Gade as well. Mertz just going to go running in. Victor actually finds one through the smoke, making things so much worse. He's looking like an absolute tank in this second matchup. Bubble on the site alone, but it doesn't even seem to matter at this point. North Academy, it's looking like they're tilted. And Spy Leader just going to close things out. And you can even look by the way that they're playing. We're seeing individual peaks. Mertz running into middle with an AWP. Running through a Molotov to try and get onto the B site. But the other player waiting behind. They're being caught out by almost every single piece of aggression that's thrown in. They didn't even get a single kill in that round. Not one. This time, we're going to see some aggression over towards this B site. There is sheer confidence at the moment from Imperial. But I don't blame them. They're 11-2 up and Bubble's still taking that first pick every single time. Smoke going to go out. We've seen this strategy before. Schmeder, he sat in the same corner. So if they don't isolate him, this could be a problem. But it may not even matter. Spy Leader and Dreamer defending each other. Brothers till the end. And Glace, well, he's trying to do something here, but it's just not happening. Looking like we may even see a more dominant half than what we saw on the first map. 12-2. 12-2. Imperial. Looking absolutely phenomenal. It has to be said. For the last few rounds. How is this just allowed to happen? Acor. He's finally going to win one of those duels. Pre-fires the angle, catches out that mid-presence, but Victor through the smoke again. He's deleted smoke. .jpeg. He's taken it out of this one because he doesn't need it. Again, he's going to be finding even more. Spy Leader supporting him in middle. And it's down to just two, even after they find the first pick, North Academy. I have to question if the maps were the other way around at this point. Maybe I was sent the wrong map pool. Because I can't believe that these were the opposing picks. Acor coming onto the site as Dreamer shuts him down once again. He's just everywhere at the moment. And that will be a double and a 13-2 in favor of Imperial. Exodus won't play for a while, actually, because they are in the playoff stage. So we've got Group B, Group C, Group D. I think it might be July, the next time they play in this tournament at least. I don't know overall. They're probably playing other stuff in the meantime. I hope so. But yeah, I think in Hellcase, I think it'll be early July. We've got all the other groups to go through first. And this matchup is starting to heat up a little bit. Because as said, these are probably my 2 teams to take this group. So the winner of it may be the ones going through top. And if one of them gets upset, we may lose them all together. Either way, Lome going to start things off on the CT side. We've got a believer still. 16-13. I'll believe it when I see it. Push coming out from A-Core. For Victor. See what he can do on this entry. 2 players currently towards that back quad and MBK. Now, this is normally a scenario you see at the beginning of the round. Will they expect the second player? That's the question. Yes, they will. Victor even going to be free-firing it, but he can't connect the shots. Something I haven't had to say all the way throughout that first half. Now, Gade looking to shut things down. Triple kill for himself. Dreamer now the only one left alive. Dreamer. 1 versus 2. Has an opportunity here, but only 30 seconds to play with. Not much of a crossfire, though. He could quite easily take down Gade without any chance for a trade. Unfortunately, Gade is just too quick on the trigger. Takes him down. 4 for him in that round. Mertz. Not quite having the performance we expect from him, but then the rest of the team are all sort of slacking at this point in time. They don't really have anybody to drag them from the dirt. Maybe that quad kill from Gade will give them a little bit of extra life going onto their CT side. It will give them a chance. A slim chance at that. A very, very slim chance. But plausible. Gade. The only person actually over towards this A site at the moment, we are seeing a little bit of a boost. So Mertz will be able to get in behind very, very quickly. And that will be the case. He's going to go running and gunning with that UMP. Catches them with their pants down. Double for him. Looking for more. Triple for Mertz. The awakening has begun. But Bubble may not be done yet. Gets himself a kill. Victor with another. Trading it back into a 2 versus 3. And we've seen them win some of these scenarios before. Already. Gade. Gonna leave it onto Victor. 17 kills so far in this game. Gonna need to hit that magical 2-0, and it's not gonna happen. They will be able to pull this back at least to 13-4. But it's a long road ahead. T-side getting the bomb down. There may be some temptation to force. I've had a bit of a sort of vendetta against Imperial in the past because of their constant force buying. I think probably the worst match I've ever casted of Counter-Strike was this team, and it's because they just had I think they force bought every single round, and they lost almost every single round, and they just wouldn't stop. There was no saves whatsoever. And they've sort of done it here again. It's intriguing because they could have had a buy into the next round. Instead, well, Spy Leader's not actually going to have enough. The rest of the team will be around that sort of 3,600 marker, which again still really isn't enough unless they're going to drop head armor. I'm not too happy with this. We'll see if they get the bomb down. That could change things a little bit, but still only going to mean they overall get 3,200 going forward. And already, we'll see the start out from Glace. Let's get 1, second, or 2 even, from Gade, and this is just looking like cleanup at the moment. The bomb should be going down, so that's something at least. Now we see if Spy Leader can do any extra damage. We saw it pretty much full force into this situation. Instead, he's going to go down. And again, it's sort of like you've done a little bit of extra damage. You're still taking the fight to your opponents. But I just don't really see why you would do it. Like, they're in an okay scenario here. The bomb plant has helped the majority of players, but it's still the Spy Leader a little bit short. I guess it's worth it, because he can still buy a Galil. It's not too bad. And they've done some extra damage. But without that bomb plant, they probably wouldn't have had a buy. I am not going to eat anything other than the chicken I've ordered to come later today. Definitely not eating a pair of boxes. Gade. Taking control of A main. Passive positions being held at the moment from this CT side. Spotted out. Schmeder just going to take Glaciers head clean off. Needs only one player on the B side and make that none, as both players will fall in a matter of seconds. The CT side now have a decision to make. Are they going to be fighting this back, or are they just going to save? By the look of it, I think they're just going to save. There's no real reason for them to try and do that. What sort of chicken? Fried chicken. But was able to do a little bit of extra damage. Should be able to spot out one more. But again, it's still a round loss. They're still going to be having to fight up against map point in just a moment. They'll still have the money to buy, especially with a couple of players saving. And if they can reset the T's, then maybe there's one shred of hope left. See, Kingsman knows. We talking a dodgy chicken place. That's what we're talking. KFC doesn't deliver, so, or at least it doesn't deliver for me. So I couldn't go with KFC. It's dodgy. It's favorite chicken. Yeah. Probably gonna die before we begin the second matchup of today. But I'll die in chicken happiness. Side needing just 2 rounds. They win this one, the next one comes as an almost freebie. They lose this round. Hey, North Academy have a little bit more of a chance to bring things back. These are going to start taking some presence over towards this B site. Glace up in the vents could be the thorn in their side. And actually, it looks like the CT side have got a great read of this situation. Lane's going to be going out. Mertz will still be able to find the first. And there comes the attack from behind. They're being shut down one by one. Mertz upgrading his play in the last couple of rounds. A little bit of a push coming out, but not really too much can be done. Only Schmeder left on the site, and North shut things down. Great read in this situation. A little bit of a gamble in terms of their defensive side, but it worked out wonderfully. 14-6. Now, while still a long road back ahead of them. T-side actually going to invest pretty much everything into this. Bubble saving a little bit, maybe hoping to get himself an AWP in a future round. T-side, Heck 9s. We've seen them do this before, and it's not worked at all so far on Cash. They managed to get a bomb plant. They managed to do some damage. Haven't actually managed to win a round off this. Split defense from the CT side, 2A, 2B, and then the one lonely player of Mertz in middle with his trusty AWP. Smoke will fade, but actually looking like they may be about to throw in a second. Lome having to force himself away. Now they're actually going to throw all of their utility over towards the safe side. Rotation already going to be in, and that Molotov is just going to hold them back. Split will be in through middle, but unfortunately they're just getting shut down from the vent player. Again, looking like a whitewash round as only Dreamer stays alive at the moment, just holding himself in this corner. And Mertz just drops in. Takes his head clean off. They have been forcing pistols for a long, long time. I have never been a fan of just the sort of random force, especially when you can buy in the next round. It's Not something I'm a big fan of. Thank you, Smash Bro. The classic Rush B strategy. Nades will be thrown out, trying to slow them down, but it doesn't matter. Glace is doing everything. Tech 9 looking to try and get himself more, but he can't quite manage to do it. Instead, they're actually going to lose a second. Now, Dream has picked up an AWP. Doesn't have any armor. Mertz, possibly a little bit too overzealous in this situation. 2 players currently waiting around that mid spot. He's going to throw it out of the map. I like it. Make things pricey for the CT side. There's the scoreboard. Smoke going to be going down. A-Core. There's no way he's going to check this angle. Nothing can be done. 14-8. 6 rounds the difference. Well, money is very, very good for the CT side, so not going to have a problem buying in. However, the Ts are in a similar scenario. CT side. Heavy presence over towards mid once again. Taking that vent control. Let's see what they're going for here. Looking like they're going to try and challenge this mid control, and they're pushing into what looks like a bit of a stack. Lome already going to be finding one, tapping away, gets himself a second as well. And in the meantime, Gade has found some more, takes a mid control, makes things very difficult for Spy Leader, who just wants to get this bomb down, but it will not be allowed. North Academy stringing rounds together. Could this really be the comeback? 5 rounds the difference. T-side looking a little flat. Only going to invest into pistols. I like this. They could have actually bought in this round. I had a decent amount of cash behind them. But I'm actually going to go over towards this squeaky position. Now, we saw the T of North try this one out, where they just burst out the door. Didn't work. Already. Doesn't look like it's working too well again. Gade in a nice position, and he will take down the player with the bomb. Dreamer. Name and nature. Is he doing what his name suggests? Just having a little snooze. Okay. What can he do in this situation? Oh, they were actually honest. They didn't do the whole AFK thing and then try and kill everyone. Suppose that'd be a little bit rude. Gonna try and sneak in from behind. Mertz. Actually looking in the wrong direction. Gade may have just... the timing go against him. There's going to be some sneaky plays in, but Mertz is aware. Spots him out. 14 to 10, and we're actually going to see a tactical pause out from Imperial. They're getting a little bit worried. 4 rounds. They've only managed to win 1 on this T side so far. Can't believe I'm not Irish. Pretty cool name. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, Dreamer was previously. Has he been unbanned? I don't know if he's been unbanned from Valve events. I think he's been unbanned from ESL, right? I don't know. I don't really want to comment because I'm not actually sure. Another tack. I like it. Bubble like, we haven't quite had enough time, so we're just going to do it again. Oh, why was he banned? Good question, actually. They're going to go for a number 3. Number 3? Number 3. Are we going number 3? Number 3? Lucky number 3? No. Looks like they're ready now. Oh, no. Number 3. Yeah, number 3! They're actually gonna... I've never seen that before. 3 tank pawns in a row. That's a good point, actually. Is it 2 per half? Okay, looks like we're going to be getting underway. Side, AKs across the board. Now, they've taken a long time to come up with their master plan, their ingenious 3 tap pause worthy plan. At the moment, it looks like they're setting up for an AKs. Mert's going to be going aggressive. Schmeder is waiting. Elevated angle as well. Already going to spot him and gets that first kill. Important that they get things underway. Now, they're going to look to try and take some mid-control. Delayed push out. No Mertz here this time to deny them. Ready, we're actually going to see 3 players rotating over towards this A site. It's maybe a little bit premature, and actually Victor is just going to take one down in the meantime. Push. Coming out towards this B site now, as only Glace is available. Got 3 players to find, and the Molotov's going to be pushing in. He's going to go aggressive, try and take it onto Bubble, but has to run back through it, losing half of his health in the meantime. By the looks of it, the T strategy was patience. Mind-blowing. Blank will be coming in. But Acor can't quite connect enough bullets. He does a lot of damage. Not going to be enough, and now looking like we're coming to the end of this game as only 1 player survives. They will have another chance to fight this one back. They will have another opportunity to continue forward, but they pretty much have to win it out from here. They're fighting for overtime as well. CT side with plenty of money, so no reset at least. Let's see if now Imperial are going to be able to take this one. Spraying, trying to find somebody early on. Mertz, not going to be going for anything too aggressive in this situation. Heavy mid-control once again from the CT side. We've got the same sort of setup we saw previously. White box, sandbags, and vent. Boomer just going to be playing patiently. Better. Doing the same. After being pushed in the last round, you can't really blame him. He's still gathering up over towards this mid spot, and they look like they're about to push in to the blender once again. AWP of Mertz actually facing in the wrong direction. They may just try and split onto this side already. Lome's going to go down. The rotation will come in from the AWP, but it's actually going to be a missed shot. The pixel just behind his shoulder is enough to save him, and Glace is going to be caught as well. Already the CT side looking like they're about to fall. It's all onto the AWPs, and now just the solo AWP. 1 man versus 4 to try and save them in this map. Acor trying to find an angle, but he just can't spot anything out at the moment, praying for somewhat of a miracle. Molotov will be able to clear one out, but he doesn't even know that there's a player coming back in through middle as well. Boost going to be in spot, and he misses the shot. That's enough for Imperial to work things back. And a very impressive CT side from them, and eventually they will claw things out. As now, we go on to map number 3, Mirage, a map that has not been good for North Academy in the past. And we'll see if it can be good for them this time. Either way, we're going for a break. In the meantime, of course, you can type !cast to go check out my Twitter, follow, tweet at me who you think is going to win. #sellout, deal with it. We'll be back in a bit.